2/3? Or,
No, 2/3.
and then you said plus 4?
Yeah, because the double negative.
Oh, how'd you get a double negative?
Okay, never mind, then subtract 4.
Yeah, okay, so if I look here, see it's a positive here, it's okay, but it's a positive here?
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
So then, if you want to put plus -4, you could do that. Okay, now you're missing something kind of important though. What are you missing here that's kind of important?
X.
X, gotta have the X there, okay? So your slope will always be tied to that X value, all right? It's always slope times X, okay? And then plus -4 or -4, I don't care which way, okay? All right, and then what they're gonna do is we're gonna do the same thing, but now instead of giving you M and B, you're gonna find it in the picture, okay? So we're gonna find out in this picture what our slope is, and we're going to find out what our B value is. Okay, now, I'm going to tell you right now, I gave you one of these on your quiz and asked you to find the slope. It didn't go well. All right, so this is one area where we're going to have to kind of do a little bit better. So let's start with our M value. How do I find slope here? Okay, Kevin?
On the y-axis, the -1.
Would that be my M? Or my,
Your b.
that would be my B value, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I'm looking here, Kevin is saying this guy right there, that's your B value, and that's right. This is where it crosses the y-axis, which is your y-intercept, right? Okay, so that is your B value. So Kevin says -1, I like that part, but I asked Kevin for slope. How do we find slope? Caitlin?
Rise over line.
Rise over run, count it out, okay? If you really want to take the time to do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 to the slope formula, you can do all that, but it's much easier if you just do rise over run and count it. Remember how we made the triangles and we started counting? Okay, we weren't so good at counting on our quiz. Okay, so what do we got going up here? Right, we got 4 going up, and then how many are we running over?
2.
Good. Okay, so if I'm doing rise over run, what is that going to look like, Diana?
4, 2.
Okay, 4 over 2. Now here's what I saw out a lot of you on your quiz. I saw a lot of us say 4, 2. It's not a coordinate point, guys. This is slope, it's a fraction. This is a big no-no. Don't do that. Okay, so don't write a coordinate point. I don't know where that showed up at, but we had a lot of us doing that. Okay, so now 4 over 2. Now, am I going to take 4 over 2? No. What, James, what am I going to put? What are we going to put there? Okay, good. We're going to put 2. If you put 2 over 1, that would be fine, but you got to reduce your fractions. Okay? So Evan, now that I have a slope of 2 and a y-intercept of -1, what would my equation look like?
Y equals 4 over 2 x.
Okay, instead
Oh,
of
wait,
4.
no, 2. It would equal 2x.
Good.
Minus 1.
Nice job. Really nice job.
What if we put 4 over 2 that you can?
You'll get half a point off. Okay? All right. Next one. Okay, so what is, since Kevin will start with B value, let's just start there. Where's my B value? Where's my intercept at? Raise your hand when you know. Where's your intercept at here? Well, wait till I see more hands in here. Where's my B value at? Okay, Emma, we got,
2.
okay, positive 2, right? Where does it cross? It's crossing right here at 2. Okay, so my B value is 2. Okay, and now if I do rise over run, all right, how many am I rising? Malcolm, how many am I rising up here?
3.
And how many am I running?
-2.
Oh, good job, Malcolm. I was waiting for that 2 to come out of your mouth. That was awesome. Okay, so if I look here, you're going to the left, right? Going to the left, so that means it's got to be a -2. Okay? Now keep in mind, we're going downhill, right? If we're going downhill, we need a negative. Or, look at your little guy's face here. A negative slope is that downward eyebrow. Okay? So -2. So now what would my slope actually be here? Malcolm, what would you actually put? Rise over run. So how many did you go up? How many did you go over? So then what would your fraction be? There you go. Rise over run. 3 over -2. Yes, sir.
Can you need a -3 over 2?
Yes, it won't matter as long as we remember we talked about it doesn't matter if it's -3 over 2 or if we even want to do -3/2. It's all the same thing. Okay, it does not matter. Okay. All right, so now write an equation for me. Peyton, what's my equation they're gonna look like here?
Y equals 3 over negative
Oh, what goes after, what goes with your m?
plus 2. X.
Good, and then plus 2, nice job, nice job.
You get plus off, you don't put the X.
Oh, yes, you just don't get to put negative 3 half plus 2, that's not the same thing, okay? All right, okay, let's look at this last one. So what is my b value on this guy? Okay, Caitlin's way excited, go ahead, Caitlin. Okay, so, right, we're gonna start at 2. Okay, now what's my slope of a horizontal line, Quentin? 0, very good. Slope of a horizontal is 0. So now, write me an equation. Guadalupe, you're up.
Y equals 0, X equals.
What did you say, plus 2? Very good,
Did you
okay?
say Y equals 2?
Yes, good catch there too. Okay, I would take either one of those, okay? It doesn't matter which one, okay? So I can have 0x, or we can just take it out and say y equals 2. These are saying the same thing, okay? All right, now, we're still going to be doing the exact same thing, y equals mx plus b, but now they're going to give to us some words. So we've gone from m and b to a picture, now to words, okay? All right, so it says you rent a bike for $15 plus $2 per hour, okay? Now, it's not going to be all of the time, but a lot of the time, if you see that word per, it is telling you you're going to be multiplying something, like per hour, right? When we take 2 times the amount of hours. Okay, so per hours, so this is normally going to be slope. Now, I'm not going to say all the time, but normally per will kind of lead us to a slope because it's telling us we're going to have to multiply something. Okay, all right, now does anybody want to try to write the equation for this? Okay, James, what do you think?
Y equals 2x plus 15.
I love it. Okay, so what this is saying is you rent a bike for $15, so it's $15 to get the bike. And then they're going to charge you $2 for every single hour you want to keep it.
So X is the average.
Yeah, so X would be our hours, okay? And we'll get there, we'll put different variables in, we're just not there yet, okay? All right, does anybody have a question on that? Okay, I want you to take a second and I want you to try B on your own. And I have a sucker if you get it right, because most people don't get it right. Keep your hands down. B on your own.